Probably the kids are going to bust in on me any moment. But we went to the auction today. We go out there pretty much every week. Maybe picking up some stuff that we bought, but definitely trying to drop stuff off that we want to sell because I want to, have a paycheck coming every week. It's kind of nice. Next week is Thanksgiving, so they're not going to have the auction. It's going to be early December. And I have a Husqvarna lot, and I'll put a picture in. And then, if I remember, I'll leave a link so that I don't know if you just for something to do and you want to click on that link and you can watch that on auction night just to see how much I get out of it. I never thought about that before with anything. This because there's close to 35 saws there. Um, I don't know. They just posted that auction today. So Thursday nights are auction nights, and you can't see the next week's auction until this current one is completed. Once it's completed, they then allow you to start viewing the next week. So I had just looked it up to get, when I have stuff entered, I put it on my watch list so I can keep an eye on it. And I have a DeWalt lot. There's a couple of, well, there's a Sawzall and some drills anyway. I thought, oh yeah, I got the Husqvarna lot. So I looked that up and it was already up to $76. So I was pretty happy about that. Today being the first day that you can view and start bidding. So anyway, I thought I would just share this tidbit on a video. And if you're interested at all, click on that link and it'll should tell the auction date on there. But I'm curious to see what that's going to sell for. Fun. Okay, so this was one of the chainsaws that I pulled up out of that basement at the hardware store, and I can start it and it'll run, but you got to keep your finger on the trigger and keep revving it, but then eventually it will die. So fuel related problem, just like 99% of the time, that's what it is. Okay, so we're going to tear into this saw. Well, we'll open it up. We won't tear into it. And take that carburetor out and see if we can't get her cleaned up and running properly. Okay, so this is a Craftsman, and it looks just like a Poulan. This is just like all those carburetors that I replaced on those other saws a month or two ago. And so I don't have any new ones. Actually, see, this plate can be taken off. The carburetor's back here. And I have over here some carburetors in there. And some of those look new. So I shall take a look and see what we got. Now, just in case anybody who would be watching wonders, how do you remove the linkage from the carburetor? Pull the trigger, and then you can slide it out. Focus. You can slide it out right there. Okay, so I rebuilt it. Anywho, I had a new one. I saved a bunch of this gaskets and whatnot from all that junk, but I had a new one in there. And so there was also some dirt in there. And I'm going to put her back together and hopefully she runs. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, I just started it up and it seemed to run fine. Once I got it running on a half choke, I just let it run there for a while to get warmed up. pushed the choke all the way in, and I thought for sure this thing was going to stay running, but then it started to bog down again. So I brought it in here and I thought, well, let's check the pickup. So I opened up the gas cap and there isn't one on there. So maybe I just sucked up more dirt into the line. So now I take that back off and clean the carburetor again to make sure. Well, I got success. I took it out there and started it. And I brought my special adjustment, carburetor adjustment screwdriver. See, there's a set of them right there. I got these at Menards for like 10 bucks. And then they have the little pictures on there, if you can see it. So you can match up with the saw that you have. And so I learned how to properly adjust these. I watched a good video. You might be familiar with Steve's Small Engine Saloon on YouTube, and he's got a big channel. That's where I learned to tune these, what are they? They're chainsaws. Well, you know, you can do it with a weed whipper and a blower and junk like that as well. So, I'm not going to go on to explain it. But you can definitely find out how just by searching YouTube. The other thing about this saw, which is weird, and I don't know if I said, but anyway, it's running good. I got it running good. Let me turn the camera around here so I can show this. Craftsman, they always got to be different. Always got to be different. Okay, so your chain gets loose. You come over here and you flip this forward. And then it locks into place there. Boy, the oiler's working. This saw is dirty and I'm not cleaning it. Then you take a screwdriver and there's a slot right here. And then you can tighten it or loosen it depending on what you need to do. Well, first of all, you turn this way. If you keep going, this part will come off and then you can take this cover off. All you need to do is crack that loose and then you can turn this clockwise and then tighten the chain. And I thought, well, that's just dumb, but it actually works pretty good. I mean, I've not put it to test out in the field or out in the woods, but at any rate, it's good enough for who it's for, I guess. This one's ready for the auction. Boy, there's a lot of oil on there. Can't complain about not getting enough oil. All right then, I guess that wraps up this project.